As you doze off to sleep tonight, know that you are loved and always will be. My precious miracle, rest tonight with wonderful stories in mind, stories that will help you grow and be the person God wanted you to be, precious, unique, and favored in His sight. Tomorrow, carry with you the lessons you learn from the stories in My Bible Friends by Etta B. Tejering. Story number 1. Baby Moses. Moses was a wee baby boy. His mother loved him and held him close. His father loved him and patted his fat cheeks. Sister Miriam loved him and sang him happy songs. Little brother loved him and tickled his tiny toes. Never was a baby more loved than baby Moses. But the king where Moses lived was a wicked man. He said to his helpers, "Throw all the baby boys into the river." "Oh, no, no," said Mother, and held baby Moses closer. "We'll never let anyone throw our baby into the river," said Father. "No, never, never," said Miriam. Little brother shook his head. "No." "We'll hide our baby," said Mother. But baby Moses didn't like to be hidden away all day. He cried and cried. Miriam was afraid the king's man would hear. "Shh, shh, baby Moses," she whispered. But he cried the louder. "Oh, what can we do?" said Miriam. "We'll make a basket boat for baby Moses and hide him in the rushes at the river's edge," said Mother. They wove a tight little basket and painted it with pitch to keep it from leaking. Mother put a soft pillow in it. She laid baby Moses on the soft pillow. Early the next morning, so early little brother was not yet awake, Mother and Miriam took the little boat with baby Moses in it down to the river. They floated it on the water. Tall rushes kept the basket boat from floating away. Mother left Miriam to watch while she went home and prayed to God to keep her baby safe. The sun shone warm. The soft breezes blew. The water rocked the little boat. Baby Moses liked to be rocked. He fell fast asleep. Miriam hid in the bushes by the river. She watched the basket boat as it rocked to and fro on the water. But listen, someone was coming. Oh, oh, oh! It was the king's daughter and her maids coming to bathe in the river. Would she see the little boat? Would she throw baby Moses into the river? The king's daughter came closer and closer. She stopped at the river's edge and pointed to the little boat. "Go," she said to her maid. "Go bring the basket to me." The king's daughter raised the cover. "Oh, what a lovely baby," she said. "I want him for my very own." Miriam came running. She made a little bow to the king's daughter. "Shall I get a nurse for the baby?" "Yes," said the king's daughter. "Go find a nurse to take care of the baby for me." Miriam bowed again, and then she ran home as fast as she could go. "Mother, mother, come, come!" The king's daughter found baby Moses. "She wants a nurse for him. She likes our baby. She won't let anyone throw him into the river." Mother and Miriam hurried to the river. There stood the king's daughter holding baby Moses. He was crying. He was afraid of the strange lady. "Take this baby and nurse him for me. I will pay you wages," said the king's daughter. Mother held her arms for the baby. Baby Moses smiled and held up his hands. The king's daughter said to mother, "Keep the baby for me until he is a big boy." Mother took baby Moses and started up the path. She was happy to be taking her baby home. Now she wouldn't have to hide him anymore. Miriam was so happy she skipped and sang. Baby Moses laughed and cooed. He was happy too. Father and little brother were waiting for them. Little brother jumped up and down and waved. When all were safe in their home again, they all kneeled in prayer around baby Moses' cradle. Father, mother, Miriam, and little brother. "Thank you, God," prayed Father. "Thank you for keeping our baby safe." Story number 2. Joseph and his brothers. Joseph showed his new coat of many colors to his 10 older brothers. They said, "Our father never made us coats of many colors." The brothers were angry, very angry, because of Joseph's new coat. One night, while Joseph lay sleeping, he dreamed a dream, a strange dream. He dreamed he and his brothers were in the field tying sheaves of wheat. Suddenly, his sheaf stood up straight and tall. His brothers' sheaves gathered around and bowed to his sheaf. Joseph told his brothers the strange dream. They said, "Do you think we're going to bow down to you?" The brothers were angry, very angry, because of Joseph's strange dream. Joseph shouted to them. He waved to them. He was happy to see them. But Joseph's brothers were not happy to see him. They said, "Here comes the dreamer." When he came near, they took hold of him. They pulled off his coat of many colors. They threw him into a deep pit. Joseph begged them to take him out of the pit and let him go home, but they paid no attention to his cries. They sat down and ate their lunch and didn't give Joseph even a crust. Down the dusty road that leads to Egypt came traders with their camels. Said the brothers, "Let's sell Joseph to the traders." So they took Joseph up out of the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. The traders took Joseph and went on their way. From the road, Joseph could see the hills where his father's tent was pitched. He knew Benjamin was there with his father. If only he could be here too. Joseph cried and cried and cried. Then Joseph stopped crying. He said, "I will be brave. God will take care of me." Down in Egypt, the traders sold Joseph to a man named Potiphar. Joseph had to work hard. His legs got tired. His back got tired, but he did his work well. When he swept the floor, he was careful to sweep in the corners. When he pulled weeds in the garden, he pulled every one. Potiphar said, "You are a good worker, Joseph." Joseph learned to talk like the people of Egypt. He wore clothes like the people of Egypt. He cut his hair like the people of Egypt. But there was one thing he would never do like the people of Egypt. The people of Egypt prayed to an idol or to a cat and sometimes even to a frog. But Joseph prayed always to God of heaven, as Jacob his father had taught him. So the king made Joseph ruler of Egypt next to himself. He said to the people of Egypt, "Whatever Joseph says, you must do." Joseph rode in a shiny chariot. He drove a team of prancing horses. Joseph built the storehouses for the king. He filled the storehouses with corn. Then came the time of no rain, and because there was no rain, nothing grew. There was no corn for the people to eat, no corn for the cows or the horses. The people cried to the king, "Give us corn or we will die." The king said, "Go to Joseph, he will help you." Joseph opened up the storehouses and sold the people corn. One day, Joseph saw 10 little donkeys with empty sacks on their backs coming toward the storehouse where he was selling corn. Beside the 10 little donkeys walked his 10 older brothers. The brothers didn't know Joseph, but Joseph knew them. They bowed to Joseph with their faces to the ground. Joseph remembered his dream about the sheaves. Joseph talked with his brothers, but he didn't tell them who he was, not yet. "Is your father well?" asked Joseph. "Do you have another brother?" "Our father is well," they said. "We have a younger brother at home." "When you come again to buy corn," said Joseph, "bring your younger brother with you." Joseph filled their empty sacks with corn, and the 10 little donkeys went home. The brothers came again to buy corn. This time Benjamin was with them. Joseph stood up before his brothers. They still didn't know him. Then he said, "I am Joseph." Benjamin was happy to see Joseph, but the 10 older brothers were afraid. They said, "Now Joseph will punish us for selling him to the traders." But Joseph said, "Don't be afraid. Come to me." Joseph hugged Benjamin and all his brothers. Joseph's brothers were now good, kind men. They were sorry for what they had done. Joseph gave each of them a new coat. He sent home with his brothers many presents for Jacob his father. He sent wagons to move them all down to Egypt, where there was plenty of corn. Joseph watched the road, and one day he saw the wagons he had sent, and the 10 little donkeys, and his brothers with his father's sheep, all coming down the road to Egypt. Joseph jumped into his chariot. He galloped his horses up the road to meet them, and he was so happy they had come. Little darling, my precious little one, as you doze off to sleep tonight, know that you are loved and always will be. My precious miracle, rest tonight with wonderful stories in mind, stories that will help you grow and be the person God wanted you to be, precious, unique, and favored in His sight. Tomorrow, carry with you the lessons you've learned from the stories in My Bible Friends by Etta B. DeJerin. Good night.